What's up, guys? I'm Josh Hart. I play for the Portland Trailblazers.
Josh Hart picks the pocket of the Bucks. He scores!
I'm down here in Florida with my two dogs, Nova and Apollo. Both of them are Rottweilers. And we're going to be working with Garret from American Standard K9.
It's nothing personal. I'm not mad at him. Don't bite your sister in the face.
I can't wait to get started. We go on walks, pull on the leash, some of the obedience. So, like I said, Nova's pretty good. Apollo is, has a short attention span, so he's all over the place.
Sure.
Energetic.
I mean, right off rip, they're pretty well behaved. They're not jumping on everybody. She's thick, huh?
Yeah,
She's solid. What's up, baby?
Huge crate.
She hates the crate?
Yeah,
okay.
She hates the crate, so.
All right, typically what we start with is the walk. If you can master the walk, you can master everything else.
Okay.
All right, we already discovered one issue while Josh is swapping out shoes. Let's want to plug those shoes, they look pretty good.
Oh yeah, he'll dart out.
He will muzzle punch the door and then look at him. Come in. Look at that. Yeah, just push your way in. I want them to shoot out. He doesn't need to be biting her in the face like that. I'm surprised she puts up with it for that long.
Yeah, she puts up with it a little bit.
Does she ever fire off on him and say, knock it off? Yeah. It's our job to let him know that that's unacceptable.
Okay.
It's not acceptable. It's just not. It seems a little cute, but it's not. She doesn't think it's cute. So I just corrected him. I basically bit him while he's biting her.
Okay.
And I'm saying, knock it off. And he knocked it off. It's nothing personal. I'm not mad at him. Don't bite your sister in the face.
Okay.
Don't do that. It only takes 3 seconds for even a half dog fight for someone to lose an eye or something. So we have to let them know that that's unacceptable. We'll train dogs, but we're really good at training humans to kind of train their own dogs. Because, look, I can make them perfect. The minute I leave, they're like, drill sergeant's gone, back to screwing around. No, so we need to charge you up, charge Shannon up, so that they know you guys mean business, right? On the walk, I can make them walk perfect on the walk. As soon as I hand the keys to you, they go, it's you. Do what I want. If you want your dogs to act like soldiers, we have to be drill sergeants.
Yeah.
If you act like Krusty the Clown, not that I'm saying you are, but they'll think it's a circus, right? So maybe the truth is somewhere in the middle. We just need to be a little firmer with them. They really, when he's biting her in the face, he's checking her.
Okay.
It's a little bit of fun. He's playing, but he's also letting her know, like, I'm the boss. All day long, he's constantly reminding her, I'm the boss. That's not his job. You're the boss. This is your house. This is Shannon's house, right? They don't own this house. They don't own that doorway. They didn't pay for that doorway. He's not going to pay for it when he scratches the hell out of the glass. So he needs to understand that's your doorway. Don't put your paws on my door.
Okay.
Don't do it, right? Forget the glass. Let's talk about when Apollo pushes the door open because he thinks he owns this front doorway, and he runs out to the street, and there's a lot of traffic on that street. Apollo does not need to get hit by a car.
Yeah.
Right? So he needs to respect this doorway, which neither of them respect the doorway. Better, right?
Yeah.
Better. 3-second correction. This is my doorway. You can come in now. It's not your job to greet anybody coming in the door. It's their job to chill. Think of your home as a bar and restaurant, if you will, right? Especially when you have guests coming over. We have to make sure the dogs understand where they are within the structure of that bar and restaurant as far as the organization. Are you the owner of this bar and restaurant? Are you the manager? What are they? They shouldn't be the first one greeting someone. They're already pretty calm, but they need to have a lot more respect around the doorway, right? Now, we can train with treats, and we're gonna do all of that, but we have to trim them back a little bit too. We'll get it started for you, but there has to be some consistency. It is true, all right? It goes right back to that thing, like, I'll train them perfect, but what do they say is that when the cat's away, the mice will play. You gotta take that leadership role with your dogs. They'll respect you for it. You can love them. In fact, they'll love you more the harder you are on them. To a point. There's a point of like, but were your parents hard on you?
Yeah, they are.
You're an athlete, right?
Yeah.
Somebody was hard on you. Some coach was giving you that yin yang, that push you to the limit and then reward you when you do good.
Yeah.
Relationship.
Yeah.
Whoever that is to you, if you want to name them, that's fine. But I want you to channel kind of that to your dogs and restructure your relationship a little bit.
Okay.
I'm not saying you can't still love them and pet them and hang out on the couch with them, go swimming with them, whatever it is you do, but you'll get more enjoyment out of it, and they'll go more places with you, and you'll be less likely to lock them up in a crate or whatever if they're more well behaved potentially. So being a little harder on them, understand like that's so that they can have a better life too, and less stress for Shannon, less stress for you.
Okay.
So that's the game plan. Because you might say, oh, let's just do it with hot dogs because he does so good with it. Do you want to have to go with hot dogs every time you walk them?
No.
No, no. We can use it as a little reward here and there. Yes. And now we're meeting a little bit. It's that sweet and sour, the yin and the yang. You do good, you get paid. You mess up, you get a little pressure. Good boy. He did that one well. That's what I wanted to see. Took that correction, didn't cry. I'm gonna stop if he doesn't stop, which he did. We're good. Now I just asked for a sit, which he did on his own. Money. He's figuring it out. So that's that consistency. It's not about feeling bad for him. I know that's tough, but let's get through it. And in just what, 5 minutes, he's already walking better. We can do the same outside. He can walk just like you saw now outside. Pass me the package. Everything's good. In fact, why don't you come on in? Good, very nice. $5, we run that play again, he'll stay in his spot. At the speed of sound, I said, you are not supposed to break the sit. You just messed up there. But the shush by itself means nothing. It's a correction with direction. Don't do that, start doing this. This is your job. If you want to be in a down, even better. You should be walking like you're not holding a leash, just and walk your pace, whatever your pace is on the walk. Their job is to match your pace. Perfect. But now I'm gonna do it differently. I'm not gonna pay attention to you. I'm over here doing whatever. And it's to the exact moment that I'm over here checking stuff out. Hey, what's that over there? You need to not only do that, but when I turn, I need to see that you're going that way.
Okay.
I'm walking, I'm not paying attention to you. I should feel a pop, and exactly, perfect. But now we're gonna do the sudden stop, because now at this point, I'm still trying to, this is what we call 50-50. Before, I'm 100% doing whatever, not paying attention to you. That starts to hurt though. I'm like, man, this guy just keeps turning. I gotta watch you. He suddenly stops, he turns, I'm gonna keep an eye on you, but at the same time, I wanna kinda keep an eye on what's happening out there. So what I need you to do is, I want you to stop, and if I don't stop, when you stop, pop.
Got it.
And now you just stand still like a statue. Make sense? So we're walking, I'm with you. I'm paying attention. What's the name of that bag there? Exactly. Good job. Now, the only thing you did wrong is you let me get too many steps out in front.
Okay.
And so when you make those sudden stops, you'll probably choke up a little bit.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna stop playing this on the prong collar because my man's got those,
Yeah,
got
but
those three-pointer arms or whatever because,
Oh yeah, I did that one. I was like, damn, I hope that shit ain't hurt.
yeah. But good technique. Yeah, but that, I'm empowering you. If I can take it, your dog can for sure take it. This is what they're built for.
Sit.
Good.
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Oh my God, Josh Hart.
What's up, man? How you doing? Come on in. No.
That's right. Make her sit again.
Weather looks like it's slowing down a little bit.
It's like an actor. He's excellent.
Looks pretty good. Might be able to do some outside shit a little bit. Cool. Bro, who you talking to?
Good, and praise him up. Say, good boy,
Good boy,
stay,
good girl.
good girl.
Good girl.
In fact, and then this is where them hot dogs come in, and you pay them in positions. Hey, you stay here, you get paid the big bucks. Just like in the NBA, the more you run the play, the better it gets, right? This is gonna be their favorite play. It's 3 times to establish dominance or hierarchy or pecking order, what the rules and regulations are within the household. That's during the walk, doorways and thresholds, which we've already been working on a lot, and feeding time. All right, so now it's the walk is the big one, right? It's a pack walk, so to
And
speak.
you're about to see the car in action.
You can get hit by a car doing that silly shit. Mm-hmm. That's bad though, because it goes from, he like loads. Horrible behavior. Better that time though, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Only have to do that 1 or 2 more times, hopefully. Let's see if he wants to chase cars this time. A little better. He's almost like, hell no to that car. Hell no, don't chase my car. All right, so he's already got at least 3 or 4 heavy corrections on chasing cars. And now, thank God, it's a busy intersection. 10 times better.
Yeah.
Gotta be. Welcome to Miami. Welcome to Miami.
Arrest him.
And now we pay him. Hey, we pay him for that. Killing it. Cars are not out here to get you, they bring food. This is like what we call almost like doggy surgery. Now I jokingly say, talk about that. Who's relaxed now? That's nice. Now it could be all the stress and everything. He's tuckered out a little bit. Good, good. Now we got to put this out there because people out there are stupid. A lot of people are stupid. Don't do stupid things like stand in the middle of a highway with your dog and do like I'm doing. I'm a professional. I get paid to do this. Don't do what I do, right? So what's the thing? Do not try this at home. Warning, the stunts you see in this right here, right now, don't try them at home, okay? This is jackass. All right, so we're about 15, maybe 20 minutes into the walk, and we just handed the keys, so to speak, to the new ride to Josh. And now we gotta make sure that the relationship is right. And what I mean by that is Apollo needs to know that Josh is in charge of the walk, that this is Josh's walk. We're gonna walk at Josh's pace, and we're gonna stop when Josh stops. We're gonna turn when Josh turns because he's leading the walk, it's his walk. Now, we're already a little bit out in front, stop and pop. Try to have a little stop with it. And let's test how he does when a car comes by. We should expect something, make him sit.
Sit.
Make him sit, that's right, that's right. That's the new job. When a car comes by, your job is to sit. Stop doing your old job, which he was very good at. It was a horrible job, but he's very good at it. And now we're giving him a new job. So this is what's happening with him. I'm asking Josh what he's afraid of, and I'll start off with it. I hate spiders, man. I hate spiders. So when we ask him to sit still and sit when cars are passing by, that's like asking me to sit in a chair when tarantulas and spiders are walking near me, by me, above me, crawling past me. I got the heebie-jeebies. I don't feel like sitting. I'm gonna wanna get up and move. You could also see the propensity for me to want to try to stomp out those spiders. That's what he was doing initially. When the big spider comes, the car, he goes, I'm gonna kill that spider. Now we're saying you can't kill the spiders. Stop trying to kill the spiders. You need to sit here and just let them ride. Now Josh's big fear is swimming in the ocean for like sharks, let's say.
Yeah.
So we're asking, so we can feel for him. We're putting you in a shark tank and you gotta be as calm as you can and stay underwater even though the sharks are passing by. So it's a little stressful for him, but if we can continue to work that with you, next thing you know, it's Josh Hart, the great white adventurer, okay? As far as the great white shark, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you could do it, he can do it, and he just did it. And he just did it again. There goes another great white shark.
Good boy.
And he killed it, right? He can do it, we just have to expose him to it. But if every time the great white shark came by, you're climbing out of the water, you're never gonna, at some point, like, you gotta stay in there, man. You'll be okay. And we gotta let them know you'll be okay. I got you, they're not here to hurt you. Cool?
If you internet dumbasses, you don't have to stay in the water with great whites for that. just so we cover our asses.
Yeah, we gotta cover ourselves. If you see a great white, get out of the water, but don't get bit. Praise him up.
Good
in fact, this
boy.
is where that food comes in. We can drop it right here. It pays to stay. Look at that. Here's a dog coming. We got to capitalize on this. Do you mind if we go that way? Do you want to handle it or you want me to handle it?
Nah, I'd rather you handle it.
Okay.
Just go, hey, you the expert, shit.
Let's go. See, us as dog trainers, when we see, this is like a golden opportunity, we like run towards it. Most people with messed up dogs, they're like, it's a dog, let's run away. More paying attention to the dog than me is not good for your health. good boy. Who's a good boy, huh? Did you do it, buddy? That's how it's done. All right, so we're out here with both dogs, and our hope is in the next 15 to 30 minutes, we will be able to have Josh walk both dogs at the same time without pulling or lunging after cars, which I don't think is something he's been able to do in the past. He's typically walking one dog at a time. Now we can walk both dogs at the same time. But already a world of difference. Apollo's killing it. Nova still has a little bit of work that she needs. But then when we have him walk both dogs, it's not twice as hard, it's 4 times as hard. Energy level goes up, they feed off of each other. If his motor starts rising, her motor starts rising. Next thing you know, we can be back to pulling, lunging, barking, biting. So we have to be really on top of them to expect the best behavior. And then the name of the game is just wash, rinse, repeat this. This will be their new playbook. This is the new play. When we're out here, your position is to stay next to me. If I go right, you go right. If I stop, you stop. Oh, yeah, look at that. Get that on camera. Son of a gun.
Yeah, we tried that one last week.
Not for you. Good. Good. Her job's to pay attention to me, not the crazy dog in the door. If he gets anywhere in front of you, stop, pop back. Stop right there, pop. Good. Still a little fearful of him, but not lunging after him anymore. The answer to all of Josh's problems with these dogs goes back to how we started this. Give them a job to do. A better job. No longer are we jumping at the doors, no longer are we chasing after cars. We now have 2 very simple jobs to do. Job number 1, pay attention to the person holding the leash. Job number 2 is if I ask you to heads up, if I ask you to sit, you have to sit. Sit. No matter what's going on around, no matter who's at the front door, no matter what's happening, just listen. That's it. Stop jumping on people, stop jumping on doors, stop chasing cars. Sit and walk with me. New job. And we'll have wonderful, wonderful dogs. And I've been hard on her, and she loves me. He's just ready to get some air conditioning. So we're gonna head on back, but we're gonna hand the keys now to Josh, and Josh has to do it. So I already set the tone. It can be done. Come try it out. Slide in right behind me. We're ready to go. And you can reel the line in and out as needed. If you want a little tighter or you want them a little looser. This will only get better and better and better. So that's still pretty good. Pretty good. We can't ask for perfection in just one day, but I would say it's, wow, talk to the man here.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've tried to walk both of them at once before, and it was hell. He's barking and lunging at cars, and she's just meandering everywhere. So obviously it's way better, more chiller, able to enjoy a walk.
Excellent. When we get to that doorway, they have a very important job to do, and that's to sit and wait at that door. Same behaviors in, same behaviors out. I understand it's hot. I understand they want water, but the key to get in, the ticket in, is to listen to you, all right? Anything like that doesn't get him closer to the door. So make it happen. This is where you gotta make a shot. We're establishing a new pattern of behavior, which is chill. Chill to the door. Stop, pop, stop, pop. Perfect. Good. Now tell him to stay.
Stay.
Now I'm gonna back you up here.
Okay. Stay.
Open that door wide. Come back where you were. When you're ready, okay, heel.
Okay.
All right, we're closing it out here. It's probably been here 3 hours. We started with some pretty wild pups. I mean, overall, they were pretty good when we started, but I wouldn't say they're a little bit better now, I'd like to think.
I mean, they were a little crazy at the beginning of it, but now myself, I feel more comfortable going on walks, just by myself with the 2 dogs. Apollo's not lunging at cars. Nova's attentive, got her eyes on me, so it's been fun. I gotta thank American Standard and Garret, obviously, for coming out and work with the pups and show them love. So
Would you say that I'm now like the Josh Hart of dog training?
You can do that. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, and now I'm the unofficial, official dog trainer of the NBA and the NFL and everything else. So we'll see you in the next one, Josh. Thank you so much for having us in your house. And if you need more, let us know. We'll be back to help you out. See y'all in the next one. The morning after we trained with Josh and his 2 dogs, he called me and told me some devastating news that Nova had passed away later that night or sometime earlier in the morning of the following day, and the culprit was a cane toad. See, Josh Hart is not from South Florida, and he's never heard of cane toads, or what we also know as Bufo toads, had no idea how dangerous they are, how poisonous they are. And it was later in the evening, after the training session, everything was wonderful. He let her out one more time to use the restroom. She was outside for a little bit, unsupervised. He's got a completely enclosed backyard, as most folks will do, let their dog out to go pee. Brought her back in, everything seemed fine, put her up, went to bed, didn't hear a peep, and woke up the next morning to find that she had passed away in the middle of the night from cane toad poisoning. And she had probably never seen one before, thought it was very interesting, went ahead to put her mouth on it, maybe even, you know, who knows how long she messed around with it for. It doesn't take long. It takes anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour before those toxins kick in and show the telltale signs, which would be foaming at the mouth, seizures, etc. You know, it was late at night and he basically brought her in. 10 minutes later, put her up, and the signs hadn't kicked in yet, so nobody would have known. It happens every day, not just in South Florida, but in all the states and countries across the world that have these cane toads and Bufo toads. And it's just an unbelievably very unfortunate event. And we're just telling you to share with you so that you can learn from it. Because if it can happen to Josh Hart's dog, and it can happen to dogs all day, every day across the US that have the states that have these toads, it can happen to you. And so we want to make you aware of it, for those who aren't, that cane toads / Bufo toads are highly toxic, highly toxic to dogs. One of the #1 killers in South Florida for dogs. Our heart goes out to him and Shannon, and it's just a horrible way to end the video, but we spoke to him about it, and he wanted to make sure everyone heard the message, which is to do your best to educate yourselves about the situation with cane toads, how to avoid them, how to prevent your dog from going after them, and what you can do should your dog come across one, the steps you can take to save the dog's life. In this case, nobody would have known. So anyhow, thank you all very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.